Fifth grade Excel, lesson 22, multiplying two-digit numbers with no regrouping. So what we're going to learn how to do here is do a multiplication problem where you have two numbers on the bottom of the multiplication problem. When multiplying a two-digit number, first multiply the digit in the ones place, by the digit in the ones place. And then you're going to multiply by the digit in the tens place. You're going to put a 0 in the ones column, so your answer will be in the tens column. And then the last step is to add. Well, let me kind of just show you this to you. I'm going to do this separately. I think it'll be easier for you to see if I write it right up here. So to multiply 62 times 12, I'm going to take the number 62 and multiply it by 2. And that answer goes right here. You guys have already learned how to do that without this 1 in here. It's pretty simple. So we do 2 times 2 is 4, 6 times 2 is 12. So 62 times 2 is 124. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the 62 times the number in the tens place, which is a 1. Now I'm not going to multiply, I'm done with that 2. I've already multiplied the 62 times 2. And since I'm multiplying it by the 1, which is in the tens place, all numbers that are multiplied by a multiple of 10 are always going to end in a 0. So I'm going to hold that ones place with the 0. I'm going to multiply 2 times 1, which is 2. 6 times 1, which is 6, and then I'm going to take my two answers, my partial products here, they're called partial products, and I'm going to add those together. So 4 plus 0 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 6 plus 1 is 7, so the answer is 744. They show you down here that really what you're doing is 62 added together 12 different times, 62 plus 62 plus 62, and so on. There are 12 of these here. And what would be easier, the steps that I just went through here, or trying to add all these numbers together to get the same answer? Of course, this right here is much simpler. All right, let's take a look at some more problems. Here's another problem, 32 times 24 and 32 times 20. Again, I think I'm going to do this one for you separately. If you'd like to look at these steps on your own, that's fine, but I'm going to do this for you step by step right here. Okay, so 2 times 4 is 8. That's the first thing. I'm multiplying 32 times 4 only. I'm ignoring this 2 right here. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. All right, then I'm going to put down my 0 placeholder. I'm going to multiply 32 times 20 now, or the 2 in the tens place. So I'm finished with that 4. You can scribble it out if that helps you to keep track of what you're doing. And then I'm going to multiply 2 times 2 again, which is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. And then I take my two partial products here, add them together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 2 plus 4 is 6. And 1 plus 6 is 7. 768. You can see that they did that, the different steps all along here. You can, again, pause the video and take a look at that if you'd like to. Here's 32 times 20. Well, on this one, I could do 2 times 0 is 0, and 3 times 0 is 0, and then 2 times 2 is 4. Excuse me, I forgot to put the 0 placeholder there. 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6. Add them together and get 640, but you can see 640 is the same number. So there's no reason to do this step of 32 times 0. I can just go straight to that and get the answer right away. So let me show you how that would be done. 32 times 20. I'm going to skip the whole first step of multiplying 32 times 0. So I'm going to multiply 32 times 2, but I am going to put that 0 placeholder for the ones place. 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 times 2 is 6. So 32 times 20 is 640. All right, here are some sample problems for you to try. Number 1's already, and 2 have already been done for you. Again, I'm going to write these down here to show you the steps. And then you're going to do a couple of these on your own. 3 times 2 is 6. 7 times 2 is 14. I just multiplied 73 times 2. I'm done with the 2. Put a 0 for the placeholder. Now I'm going to multiply 73 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 7 times 3 is 21. I add together my partial products, and I get 2,336, which you can see they did there. 42 times 30. Again, when we have a 0 in this place, I don't have to multiply by 0 because it's just going to come out to be 0. I put down a 0 for the placeholder. I multiply 2 times 3 is 6, and 4 times 3 is 12. So the answer is 1260. All right, they give you some dotted lines to kind of keep things straight, but you go ahead and try number 3 only. Pause the video, turn it back on when you're ready to see the solution. All right, you should have done 81 times 5 first. 1 times 5 is 5. 8 times 5 is 40. Then you should put a 0 for the placeholder for the ones place and multiply 81 times 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 8 times 3 is 24. You're going to add these two together and get 2,835. If that was confusing for you, back the video up, watch that again, do some review before you try the next problems. You're going to do 4 through 6, pause the video, turn it back on when you're ready to see the solutions. All right, the first one, we don't have to multiply any of these times 0, just put a 0 in the placeholder there. Have the ones place, 1 times 5 is 5, 9 times 5 is 45. So the answer is 4,550. Next one, we multiply 23 times 2 first. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. Put a 0 for the placeholder. We're finished with that 2. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. 6, 3, and then 7. I just added those two numbers together. 0 times 1 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. 20 times 1, that's 20. That makes sense. Okay, we're done with that. We need a 0 for the placeholder. 0 times 8 is 0. 2 times 8 is 16. We add together our answers and we get 1,620. All right, if that was hard for you, go back and watch it again, but thanks for watching.